They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Take a look at the defense for these Texans. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air, eluding the pressure right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Throwing to start the drive. Harrison. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you, and you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Rodgers on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Point after try forthcoming. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. All red. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to find John Mechie. And now it's 2nd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for the secondary? Their smarts and communication.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Narrowly, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So the decision to throw out that challenge flag, a good one, is they'll get credited with a completion. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Come on. Hey.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Harrison. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harrison. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll throw here, hold in, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action, all red. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
At the 35-yard line.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line.
Well, with the problems they've had giving away the football in this first half, they've got to be over the moon that this is still a tie ball game. So here's where a quarterback has to move the turnovers to the back of his mind and focus on the present. And that's a good throw there to pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Fights for it, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is caught, and he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tap it, and drag it to make sure he gets it done.
Davis-Price up the middle. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it's a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. The gun, they'll look to throw, and that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 41 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. All red. He gets this one to Mechie. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. All red. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
To throw on 2nd down, Harrison. And his throw is incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Trap 50, trap 50. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Operating from the gun, Harrison. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Corliss Waitman now. Rodgers to return it. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 90 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Allred looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Allred. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how his first half will come to an end. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Get it! 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On first down, Harrison. Here's Higgins out on the right side. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Check, check.
Second down, here's Davis Price. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On third down, Harrison. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Allred to throw on second down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Deion Henry. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. T.J. Edwards able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part.
And it'll be intercepted. Trip McDuffie with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here tonight, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it with Akers. Muscles him off. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Took a heck of a chance there, didn't he? Result-based business, we know that. That result was positive for him. But, oh, my goodness, how close was that to being negative?
Well, because you're essentially in the shadow of your own end zone there. To go for, I get it if it's late 4th quarter. Well, it paid off. I guess the end justifies the means, right?
It certainly does. Had to be more.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 33 yards that time.
When you get into the 2nd half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Mechie, the man in motion. To throw is Allred. Looking to throw on 2nd down. This will be complete to Mechie. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Quickly out wide to Mechie. So that'll be no better than an incompletion at its 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 122 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Pass is caught for 1st, but he's looking for more. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Lions go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14.
Texans 14. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 6. Looking to throw. All red. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Touchdown, Detroit. Devin Duvernay, 30 yards. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14.
Texans 14.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Let's go now.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Buffalo 18, 79 Broncos. Go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. All red. They'll roll him out right. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the work. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Calvin Ridley from 8 yards out. And the Lions have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Texans 14.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Harrison. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Back to throw. Harrison. And that will be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's complete to Mooney. He will have the conversion and more than that. And down to the 28-yard line. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Touchdown. Christian Watson. 28 yards. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mechie, the man in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. All red. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
The Lions on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Peterson. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And they're going to speed things up here.
38-yard line.
Shotgun, and then a handoff to Davis Price. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not, that's your plan. Run the ball against them, that's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. To throw on 2nd down. Harrison drops this underneath for Davis Price. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Cougar 19.
Quick throw complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Ty Davis Price taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So time here for the onside kick and then the 2-minute warning. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Going right back to Akers. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. There's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Harrison. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
18, Pioneer.
Back to throw. Harrison. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.